Greetings, Aboridian. How y'all doing? On this fine Monday or Tuesday, depending on your time zone. It is me, the Sketty of Ace. And today, we're doing art. I probably shouldn't look like I'm about to snap my neck. But anyway, I have a few things I am going to be working on. And one of them is something a little silly. Which... I wish I could really describe what the hell I'm trying to do. There's a PNG that will make this kind of make sense. But right now I'm trying to get the gesture. Hold on. Okay, hand reaching out meme. Oh. I found it! Alright. Fuck. Oh man, it's a JPEG? Anyway, there we go. Sneeze counter has been added to. What noises am I hearing? Hold on. Visit site. Alright. Now, this is going to look a little silly. But just... just hear me out. I'm not even gonna... It's not even to hear me out. It's just silly. And I'm going to do one little thing first, which is I'm going to do this, and then that. Let's turn on the gesture. And it's just, it looks very, very silly. But it's just like, your blorbos. Hand them over. Just ignore the big ass head. For now. But yeah. And there we go. There we go. And this is the gesture. I wish I could describe why I'm making it look cursed. I wish I could explain why this is gonna be just so cursed looking. But it's just to grab people's attention. Like, I'm just trying to grab the attention of the people of Tumblr, perusing their blogs, and then they get inflicted with this image. Just some random character who turns out to be a VTuber. And I might need to split this. But just look at these big ass eyes. I think I made them a little too big. And I have to kind of make them smaller. Yeah, I certainly made them a little too big. Because they're taking up, at the very least, a lot of the face. this looks a little more sensible. Anyway. How are y'all doing today? I hope you're doing somewhat well. Apparently, I've been fatigued for the last week or so because I was extremely iron deficient. There's no real other funny way to really say it. It's just my mom forgot to order my iron supplements for about a month, and I suffered for it last week. But yeah. Wait, no. I'm just... Hold on. Let's move that here. And now... we go here. Yeah, for anyone wondering what the hell this is for, let me just stretch it. And then I'll explain. So, for those who don't know this about me, I post fanfic on Tumblr. Recently, one of the fanfics I worked on is one for Marvel Rivals, where some of the characters witness the reader character experiencing the thick of endometriosis. And a lot of people liked it. It got over 100 notes on Tumblr. So I'm planning on writing a second part. But here's the thing. I don't know which characters to use. I asked one of my VTuber friends, Kaito, and he suggested Luna Snow. But I think I'm going to also make a little post on, Tumblr on my writing blog, where people can suggest what characters I can do next. In the replies, or in my ask box. And the most popular characters chosen will be who I do next. Also, this sticky note is not really sticking. It's not doing its job very well. But yeah, that's what I've been planning on doing. And the reason why I'm doing it today is because I don't have any streams this Wednesday because I'll be in physical therapy, which encroaches on my streaming time a little too much for me to really like that. So I plan on taking a break on Wednesday. We kind of like just chill. Maybe I'll work on some stuff. Also, I know my VTuber here is kind of like T-posing. But that's because I'm trying to use foreshortening for this. The worst part is it's not even that symmetrical. I'm gonna have to move it so it is somewhat symmetrical. Which kind of sucks, but eh. So and this is the one thing is I don't really mention the fact that I'm a VTuber on Tumblr. Like, I of course do have a tag specifically for my VTubing shenanigans, which is literally just called VTuber posting. Because that is what I do, technically, when I'm posting about VTubing stuff. I've never really explicitly said in a post, like, hey, I am doing a thing for my streams, and y'all can suggest something for the streams. I never really said that. And I can just imagine the surprise in some of my followers on Tumblr. I mean, like, we're following a VTuber? What is a VTuber? But yeah. It would be a little funny for them to kind of realize they've unintentionally been watching a VTuber. Not watching, unintentionally reading stories that come from a VTuber. But some of them might not even realize it all that much because I never streamed myself of working on these fixed and stuff. Pretty much all I've really been streaming in terms of writing has been original stuff. So I think that eventually, even if it's just as a way to try and entice new viewers that might hopefully stick around, not enough to help me get to affiliate one day, I want to try and entice them with something that they might be interested in, like watching someone's process when writing fanfic. And for anyone wondering what kind of fanfic I'm writing, it's kind of like the most common topic I write across different fandoms for my stories. It's, the canon characters react to reader or character who has endometriosis in the throes of endometriosis. It's kind of my bread and butter, and kind of has been for the past like 5 years. And the first reason And why I kind of started doing it is because I very likely have endometriosis. I never actually got a proper diagnosis, but since my mom had it to the point where it progressed and she had to get her uterus removed, it's very likely that I might have to get mine removed as well. That, and it's kind of like to help bring awareness to endometriosis in a way, because there might be people out there who just think being bedridden from period pain is normal, when it's not meant to be normal. So I want to help bring awareness to that, especially to the viewers who, have a uterus and do menstruate, regardless of gender, or anything along those lines. And the reason I'm not saying AFAB is because intersex people exist. And AFAB is a little too vague, because you can be assigned female at birth and also not be able to have periods. And you also might not be assigned female at birth, yet you experience periods and stuff. I kind of want to be I don't want to exclude anyone who might not relate to the experiences of, menstruating. And I also don't want to exclude those who want to learn more about it, which I'll probably mention in my ask box or something along those lines, that if they have questions about endometriosis and what it's like, they are free to kind of ask me on my writing blog. And that I might not be able to answer all of their questions in a very scientific way, but what I don't have in scientific expertise, I have experience. And if my experience helps someone else who thinks they might have endometriosis, and eventually they find out that they do have endometriosis or some other condition, and through my fix, I feel like I've achieved my goal with them. Because I feel like a lot of conditions that affect the uterus are not really all that talked about in media. That and, certain conditions that exist are rarely talked about and addressed. I've never seen a character in a story that is somewhat mainstream that has endometriosis. I've never experienced that. So, because of that, I use fanfic as a way to help bring awareness to the condition. And especially as an autistic person who menstruates and stuff, I just want to help people be aware of the condition and the fact that it exists, and that having to be bedridden from menstrual pain isn't actually meant to be normal, and that it's a sign of a possible underlying condition and affecting you. Of course, I don't have experience with PCOS or something along those lines, which, from what I've heard, is possible evidence of being intersex. But for me, it's kind of like I'm gonna put this in my VTubing stuff instead of my stream assets. But yeah. I'm just using my experience as someone who likely has endometriosis to help those who might also have endometriosis or some other underlying condition that is kind of like affecting them. And for anyone wondering, you know how I do this? It's simple. Fanfiction on Tumblr.com. The website that is certainly a functioning website. That is a lie, by the way. Tumblr is not all that functional of a website. I can't even use the underwater filter on desktop. At all. I was wondering if I was hearing a cat or if it was just my voice. Which, give me a moment, I'm going to see if there's a cat at the door. There were in fact no cats at the door, so I am probably just breathing weird. It would not be a surprise I was breathing weird, because I have asthma. But luckily I do have an inhaler. So at least I have that. Let me start with these eyes. With my funky little line art brush that I named after a Tumblr joke. I probably need to promote my streams more often on my writing on my Tumblr accounts. Well, I say accounts, but it's just my blogs. Because I don't know if a good chunk of my mutuals on Tumblr even know that I am a streamer. And if they just know me because I am slightly insane and about Transformers just like they are. Which, honestly, is just one of the more understandable things. because I know for some of my mutuals, they learned about me through some of my writing fics. Others know me from my main blog, where I just like occasionally make posts about Transformers, including the Megatron has fallen and can't get up, please help people. We'll post. Also, a few months ago, when I was, in the throes of allergy season for pollen, which has kind of come back, by the way. Someone reblogged or liked my post, like my little shit post about pollen that is a Shakespeare reference, because it just goes like, steps outside, gets hit by pollen and dies, exit pursued by pollen monster. It's a very simple post, but it hasn't really been perceived by many people because it's from like many years ago. But happy gay time! Oh wait, you're on your alt? Oops.
Hello there.
Yes, hello, Molten Owl. Thank you for the follow. Yes, it is in fact the month of Pride, which means I probably should finish that one thing I made sometime last year. Oh, it's Noelle Day. Hello, Noelle. I'm glad you're here. Or I know Lobotomy Corp continuation when. I'm not fully sure. Right now I'm doing your PC broke so you can't play it yourself. Ooh. Yikes. I hope you're able to get it repaired. Motherboard though? Ooh. Hopefully you're able to get that replaced. Luckily, my current motherboard hasn't failed me. Soon, you hope? Yeah. Hopefully, you are able to get it finished soon. You're stuck playing Overwatch on the Switch? It's a pain. Oof. I haven't played Overwatch in years. Like, the last time I played it was back when it came in like a CD that you could like buy in a store. You for real? Yeah. Yeah, CD! I still remember the days when I was like in my early teens that some games still had CDs that you used to install them. Back before stuff like Steam were super prevalent. And the thing is, I probably still have it! What edition did I get? I don't fully remember. But I think it was like the 2-year anniversary one. I'm not fully sure. I'd have to go dig it up from wherever it is in my room. I could sell the original CD for some big bucks. Yeah. But I remember I was only able to play it for a little bit because my dad's graphics card was not really compatible with the game. It was too low quality. You looked it up, it's not that much, yeah. And this was back when I shared a computer with my dad as well. So my dad and I for a long time shared a PC, and I used that to play The Sims and for a bit of time Overwatch, but my game was constantly lagging and freezing. I just stopped playing. Because of my dad has a graphics card. He didn't even realize it was that bad. It was like that outdated for modern games. And he has been building PCs since the 90s. Yeah. It is true. I have open commissions because the Nightbot has mentioned that my commissions are open. Yeah, jeez. Yeah. Right now I have a pretty high quality, you know, graphics card. So I could play Overwatch again, theoretically, but honestly, I don't really feel like playing it at all. Your boyfriend does commissions for you? Hee hee. Yee. The perks of having an artist boyfriend? Yee. Yeah, I haven't actually gotten anyone who has commissioned me yet. My goal for the year is to try and at least have one commission. But I probably need to like do some more advertising and stuff for my commissions. Right now I'm working on the symmetrical parts of this piece. It's going to look a little cursed. And that and that. Those little lumps are just meant to show skin. I think I'm gonna lower this. Yeah, that looks better. Yeah. So, back during my hiatus, I very quickly wrote a fanfic involving Marvel Rivals characters and endometriosis. And got pretty popular. Like, it got over 100 notes. I don't know how many notes it currently has right now on Tumblr. Actually, I can check that right now. I haven't played Marvel Rivals in a hot minute though, and I know that Ultron is recently kind of came out. It has 159 notes, 3 comments, 7 reblogs, and 149 likes. So it's gotten pretty popular over the few months since I posted it. So I plan on making a part 2 to that, but I'm not sure which characters I'm going to, you know, have. That I'm going to, you know, use for the story. I asked one of my VTuber friends, and he suggested me to do Luna Snow, so I'm going to likely include her. Which means I probably have to look up how menstruation is viewed in South Korea. Because the snow is, Korean. South Korean to be specific. And I probably need to do that for some of the other characters too. If they are, non-American. Because I want to try and, make it somewhat accurate. And especially since, the Snow is meant to be a K-pop idol, I'll probably have to look up how menstruation is viewed for idols as well. But I'm not fully sure how I'm going to go through with that. Which... it's probably going to involve a lot of research on my end, because I kind of had to do that. How when I did the Iron Fist part for my fic. Because I didn't really know how menstruation is treated in modern Chinese culture. So I kind of just looked it up. Just to make sure. Which is honestly quite interesting to see how some cultures view menstruation. Like how they view certain things in general. And like disability and all that. But yeah. So I'm probably going to make that post in a few days. Because this week I don't have a writing stream planned. Because this Wednesday I have to go to physical therapy. Here with my mom. Because my hips are fucked up. But yeah. That is like, what I'll probably make the post on Wednesday. And like on like next Sunday, which is going to be the 8th, I'll probably like look through all of the suggestions and see which characters are the most popular, really suggested, and make my fic based on that. Like the next port. The next part. Indeed I will. But yeah. And I'm probably going to mention that, hey, I'm also going to be streaming myself working on this fic. And I like to mention that the first part I did Doctor Strange, Lindley Iron Fist, Human Torch, and Jeff the Land Shark, the little old blowhigh. And right now, it's just going to be Marvel Rivals characters. So, they're, currently out. consider the moss. But yeah. One of these days, I'm probably going to, you know, have writing-based commissions, or like paid requests, that I'll probably like call them. That will be, you know, whenever I open my requests up for my writing blog, because I don't think I ever actually opened them at all. I'll like have those paid requests. I'll basically mention, if you commission me to write something for you, that will be higher up in the priority list compared to a non-paid request. And it mentioned payments will be done on like VGen or something. And like, I'll make a policy on what fandoms I'm willing to write for. Of course, I'll probably do like Transformers. It's kind of like obligation. I probably also need to like update my policy and like make some new ones based on what fandoms I'll be writing for. Because I know for some things, I know I can't really write. Like, for example, I can't really write not safe for work stuff. Because one, I know that minors follow me on my writing blog. And two, I have no real experience with writing not safe for work stuff. So because of that, I probably won't be doing not safe for work stuff. Or like explicitly advertising that I can do not safe for work stuff. And if I do, I'll probably like put in the policy that it's not going to be posted on my main. And that it's going to be posted on my not safe for work account that is dedicated to that stuff. And of course, the important part that you have to be at the very least 18 years old in order to purchase a not safe for work commission. Which is the most obligatory part. Like, you have to be a legal adult in your country, of origin, or where you're currently living. You're not, like, have citizenship in order to, you know, request the not safe for work commissions. And that, of course, I'm not going to be working on them on stream, because that would be against the terms of service of Twitch. And of course, I'll probably like mention that if I ever get to that point of being comfortable enough to have people, you know, pay me to do not safe for work stuff. But I'm not going to explicitly advertise it. You know, especially since, you know, my streams are 16 plus, so because of that, I'm not really comfortable, you know, saying, hey, I'm also willing to be paid to do stuff that isn't for kids because of the subject matter. Like, it's just, part of me is, it's also just because I have not much experience in doing that stuff, and there's people who have more experience who are willing to do that stuff. And just, in my case, since I, you know, have people who, my streams are, you know, 16 plus, instead of being explicitly 18 plus, I know I'm not willing to really like advertise my not safe for work stuff, even in a secret command. But I know that at least for now, pretty much all of what I'm willing to work on will be safe for work. Nothing is that I plan on being paid for right now is going to be stuff that is not safe for work. It's all going to be stuff that I know I can do on stream without breaking any TOS of either her Twitch or when I export them to YouTube. It's like, you know, I don't want to really, like, get banned when I'm trying to push for affiliate. Like, that would be a little bad. Like, just a little bit. A teeny tiny bit. Of course, since, you know, some of my other stuff. Like, I'm probably going to mention that in, you know, my, like, policy that I am willing to do suggestive stuff, but not explicitly not safe for work. Or things or topics. Like, there is going to be an upper limit on what I'm willing to do. That is in regards to my anything that isn't like, I don't know. It's just I want to try to be transparent about what I can and can't do in terms of my streams. And like what I'm willing to be paid for to do. It's kind of like just trying to make sure I have my limits in place. And just mention and just says, hey, I am willing to do X and Y, but I can't do Z. If you are looking for someone to commission to do Z, then and please do not look here. I just realized that I forgot to do the cleft palette. There we go. But yeah. It was kind of like just what I am willing to do and willing to not do. Kind of like based off of, you know, what I am comfortable doing. But yeah. It is just what I want to do. Of course, I probably should be checking my VGem more frequently, but eh. I might even try to expand and some of what I can do, like what services I can provide, like in the future. Like, right now it's just the Mecha OC plusification and the icons / profile pictures that I have listed in my services. But I might expand to do like custom headers with my own art for, you know, people who write fanfic on Tumblr or something along those lines. But of course, I probably need to start making my own headers. Because in my case, I have a bunch. For me, I kind of like make a character that is the reader's her insert character. So I might like do a header based on, you know, who is the character you're viewing in the fic from. Like whose POV will it be? In the case of the fic. Because I know I have multiple reader insert characters. Because for me, I don't like making a blank slate for the character whose perspective we're viewing from. I want to give them a little bit of personality, if you would. And because of that, I try to kind of use an insert character for, you know, my stories. And because of that, I try to make a character that is somewhat unique. Alright. So I like to mention that the reason I'm doing this on a separate layer is so that these look symmetrical. And that I don't have to, like, make a whole bunch of work later. When I, you know, have to do this ever. Like, if I have to do this again, it's just a little easier for me to, like, do something like this. Then I can, you know, turn off the symmetry tool, select the right side, and then just change it to red. And yeah. So let's turn that off. Do protect the transparent pixels. And now we go do this. And that is how I do that. But yeah. So oops. So... here we go. I'm going to fill in this big center vein and then in the horns, and I'll do an intermission. So that I can recuperate from sitting down for like a very long time. Because, of course, I've been sitting for about an hour. In fact, likely more than an hour. I just wanted to kind of get this silly little thing done. Before I, you know, do any intermissions or BRB screens. But, yeah. When I get back, I'll continue working on all the colors. And maybe I'll do a little bit of rendering. Probably make this a little ominous looking. And, yeah. Depending on how the stream goes for like, the writing of Marvel Rivals fanfiction, I might start doing it again. Maybe once I'm done doing Ultimate Fridays for all the games I finish. Because I only have a few that are left. I'll probably, like, start switching it to Fanfiction Fridays, where I, you know, work on fanfics that I have to work on. And I'm pretty sure the people who follow me for a certain fanfic series are going to appreciate me trying to take time out of my week to work on them, even if it's, you know, during a stream that they may likely never ever catch. You know, as it's live. But, you know, a lot of it kind of depends on, you know, what I feel like I need to do. Because there are some things I know I need to do. Also, yeah. So I'm going to work on this color. And once I'm done with the color, I'll do the intermission. And once I return, I'll probably like do some of the rendering. At the very least, I'm going to try and add shading. And I probably need to add eyebrows at some point. But, actually, do a little bit of this so that it's a little easier. No, on me. And red for here. And there we go. Apparently I forgot to erase this. Luckily that's an easy fix. And here. I feel like doing Just Dance a little bit later today. Let me check this with the hands. There we go. But yeah. I probably need to post my official reference on Tumblr too. You know, for my VTuber model. And, you know, make sure it's kind of like linked on my pinned post. For those who, you know, might not want to scroll through all of the reposts and reblogs and stuff. And of course, I probably need to kind of make a post explain some of my tags, like what in the world is the hashtag VTuber posting. Which is just my VTubing stuff. And yeah. That's just some of the housekeeping I need to do on my Tumblr. I'll probably do that like over the weekend. As I, you know, have the time to work on that. I don't know what I'm hearing outside, but it's certainly something that I hope y'all can't hear. All right. So I'm going to use my selection pen for this because it's a little easier to do it here without accidentally messing up any other colors. And of course, the erase selection or any accidental overlaps. And going outside of the designated color. And here we go. And oops. There we go. I'm going to expand my suction area here as well, just in case. There we go. And there we go. And here we go. I am almost done with, the base colors. And that's done. I'm going to do a little bit of correcting before I go on my intermission. Oh. I accidentally overshot that erase. And do my stylistic stuff. And that is going to be so that is the current progress. I'm going to do my intermission now. Get up, walk around, refill my water. I probably need to floss my teeth again because my teeth feel really placky again still. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Alright. I'm back. And let me get that out. Also, earlier, like before my stream started, I had my cat Magda with me in my room. But she likes to be with me. She cries at my door if she isn't let in, and immediately. But there is one thing that she did earlier today. She was biting the wires on my computer that were on my desk. And I was just like, no, Magda, stop! Stop beating wires! And she's just like, what's wrong with eating wires? What's wrong with that? But anyway. I probably need to I need to probably do some stuff with. I probably need to put some of my wires in a protective sleeve so that Magda can't gnaw on them and electrocute herself, possibly. It would be bad if a kitty electrocutes herself because she likes gnawing on wires. Like the little criminal. Yo, criminal. Criminal. Yeah, she partakes in a little criminal behavior. Cause that's what she behaves like sometimes. Hence the nickname Little Criminal. Cause that's what she acts like sometimes. And I say this in the most affectionate way possible, that she is a criminal. Because she doesn't know any better. Because sometimes she tries to jump on my floating shelf where I have a bunch of figurines and stuff that she might possibly knock over on accident. Because she's very sippy. And she has jumped on top of my dresser a couple times. She cannot really be stopped. She is just the Magda, the little criminal. Little criminal. But yeah, that's kind of one of her sillier behaviors. That and one time she peed on my mom's dresser. We had to clean it up pretty quickly and had to throw away a couple of toys. We have quite a lot of toys though, so not too much of a loss. But anyway. She's just very sippy. If she decides to hang out on my computer, I'll put cat cam back on. But that is if she decides to. I'm not gonna force her. If she doesn't wanna. She's just very, very sippy. Yoshi. But anyway. This is, you know, my life, I guess. Trying to prevent one cat from biting wires. And trying to prevent another cat from attacking said cat from her other miscreant duties. But yeah. She's a little silly. But I still love her. Cause she's just a little puppy. A little puppy girl. But yeah. There's no way I'm doing. And once I'm able to finish this, I'll start working on either my reactive or my BRB screen, since I need to render that. The rendering is just stuff like this, like shading. Yeah. Oh. I accidentally added the color here. Oops. I'll fix it later. All right. And shading. And here we go. And there we go. And soon I'll finish this rendering. I just realized I forgot to do something here. Yeah, I forgot to do that. Wait. That is the wrong color. Alright. There we go. Now, there we go. And all right. And I thought the door to my room opened. It probably was, like, very briefly, but eh. And there we go. A good chunk of rendering is done in terms of shading. And here we go. I love the fact that she kind of just looks angry or like determined. I don't know why I gave her that expression. I wish I could explain my thought process sometimes in my art. But sometimes it's just like, I don't know why he just did. I just did the thing. But now I'm going to do this. And now is the fun part, where I do some rendering of the hair. And this applies to the top as well. And erase some of the selection. Hold on, there might be a cat banging on my door. Who's going bang bang bang? You want to? It was the Nyabubo. He was going bang bang bang. There we go. And oh, hold on. And I'm gonna change the color. Over here. And wrap this. But yeah. This is going to be entertaining. At least a little bit, because it's my favorite part of rendering. Using this specific brush. Oh, I forgot. How did I, hide that? Oh, I completely forgot about this. Oops. And this as well. To add a bit of dimension. And there we go. Awa. I really like this brush. It looks very nice. Let's turn this down. There we go. I'm gonna do a little bit of this. Actually, hold on. There we go. And there we go. Now here. Yeah. I'm doing this rendering because it's, you know, a good way to make the hair look like hair. And probably sometime in the future, I'm going to start making some proper assets. For like making some of the process of drawing easier. And it's probably just going to be like eyebrows and stuff. I can easily like clunk on onto my art. But yeah, that is what I do. And yeah. There we go. I'm probably going to like modify this. And I'm going to turn the symmetry back on for the pupils. And and turn that back off so that I can erase. And this is going to go under the shading, which I'm going to add. Actually, no, it's probably best if it goes over. Oh fuck, I did not mean to do that. And that. I probably should have done that before I, did all the hair highlights, but it's whatever at this point. And right here I'm going to make it all red. And then I'm going to do a lot of this. And there we go. Now we just need to do the highlights. And there we go. I'll add another light as well. But I'm going to erase some of the lines. So that, you know, it's a little easier on me when I, you know, doing this. Now they look more obscured. But yeah. Actually, let me turn the symmetry back on briefly. Just for this. And this. And the little sparkle. And I just gotta move this a little upwards. And yeah. Oh, I just realized that. And there we go. There we go. Oh. Alright. Mm-hmm. And there we go. I definitely need to make it make a brush of this so I don't have to do this manually every single time. Mm. Here we go. And now for here. And rotate. Big ol' chunky highlights here. I'll make it just 2 this time. Mm-hmm. And there we go. Now I'm going to do add glow. Wait, no, not on that. The highlights. And turn that down to 50%. There's some extra stuff I forgot to do here, so I'm gonna do that now. Like, you know, shading. Alright. There we go. And ba-da-bum. There we go. Bum ba-da-bum. Bum ba-da-bum bum 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 ba-da-bum bum bum. And here. Now clip. And line color. And then you found an RTX and deflated horse, you call it Horsel. Good evening. Hello, see you. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I'm just working on something a little cursed. Just a teeny little bit. Doing great. Hell yeah. But yeah. Right now I'm finishing off this little thing, which I'm probably going to work on a little more after stream. It's just that right now I'm just... Actually, hold on. You know what? Yeah. So make this all of the thing here. And then start dwindling. What's the difference between pets and creatures? This channel? Pets is, like the pets that you own and have in your house. Creatures is like stuff you'd see, like the animals you'd see in the wild, like opossums, and raccoons. But aren't ducks and geese free? Some of them might be house pets. Like, I think it kind of depends. Like, sometimes a pet can be a creature, and a creature can be a pet. A lot of it kind of like depends. But essentially, creatures is just like the pets that are, you know, not yours. You'll find an army of raccoons to make a clan. Yeah. But yeah, the main difference between the pets channel and the creatures channel is if you have ownership of the animal, or if it's like some weird little funny little creature that you saw while walking in a park, like a bird. In that case, it would be a creature. But if that bird is your pet and it's in its little enclosure, then that is a pet. I feel like we could argue linguistics about you will take over your town. Yeah. In my case, I'd arrange an army of opossums. That are all, by the way, named Steve. I'm not joking, by the way. I literally call every single possum that appears in my yard Steve. Like, what's that? Oh, that's one of the Steves. They kind of show up sometimes asking for food. But yeah. And the reason why we have a bunch of opossums and raccoons showing up is because we also feed the stray cat colony. It is, you know, near our house. We, you know, feed them, and we unintentionally lure in the opossums and the raccoons. But honestly, it's better than having raccoons dig around in your trash. Which is a little more destructive, let's just say. I've also seen, yeah, possums need wings, yeah. But at least don't give them wings through Red Bull, because I don't think that's a good idea. That could kill the poor things. Raccoons wash their hands? Yeah, I've actually seen them do that with my own eyes in the water bowls we sometimes leave out for strays. Like, oh, it's a thing. And that it's a little body of water. We can wash our hands with that. Ignore the fact that it's meant for drinking and not for washing. But yeah. Let's teach raccoons how to drive. Would that really be a good idea? Let's see, would that really be the best idea? Like, they can at the very least, you know, drive like very tiny vehicles. But a human-sized vehicle? That's a bad idea. They can't reach the pedals. Unless they are like a hive mind and work together. But yeah. Let's get the tanks! Alright, fine. We can give the raccoons tanks. But teach them how to use tanks responsibly. Can't cause too much chaos. I'm just imagining a headline and just called "A bunch of raccoons are terrorizing in Washington D.C. in tanks." It's just a little funny. But please do not fulfill that prophecy. Just give him very tiny tanks that can't do much damage. Then unleash. They shoot raccoons at enemies and take over their vehicles like that? Yeah. Let them loose in the White House. That's what we should do with the tank piloting raccoons. We should unleash them at the White House. I'd like to clarify that this is a joke. We are not actually going to train raccoons to pilot tanks and let them loose in the White House. I don't know how we'd even be able to do that. No, especially in this day and age. Yeah. What if we made them the new president? Like, wouldn't that be like Groundhog Day? You know, like Puxatawny Phil and Sand Mountain Sam. Does Tsushima drive tricycles? Yeah. That would be very, very whimsical. Just full of whimsy. I'm sure seeing a raccoon riding a tricycle will likely make someone's day. Just fill them with delight. And top hats? Yes! Put them in little top hats and let them drive their tricycles around town. Anyway. Ugh. Let me drink my water again. And do this. I'm going to try. I don't know if this is going to be like super perfect because I'm going to just lay it all down and probably like when I finish stream I'll work on this a little later. You know, like refine everything. Make sure I haven't messed everything up too severely. Alright. And those are two of the timers, the affiliate push and the VGen. Yeah. Oh, what? But yeah. I think this is pretty much done. At least for now. I'll probably finish some of the other stuff related to it. Like, probably like refining some of the color placements and stuff of later. And add the text. Let's increase the speed of badgers. There are no badgers in my area, so you know what? Why not? It doesn't really affect me. But now I'm going to work on my BRB screen. Which is to say that I'm going to continue working on it. Oops. What a cute little fella. Yes, that's the meow poke. The cat that represents chat. And my chat shenanigans. Like teaching in raccoons how to drive tanks and tricycles with little top hats on. But yeah. I did kind of forget to do the, like, front hair thingy, but I'm just gonna keep it like this. And for now, I'm going to do some of this. And this is just so I don't have to completely bother with like doing all of the rendering, you know, all by myself. All right. And here we go. And of course, before I start doing the line color, I'm going to thicken up some of the lines that are, you know, over here. Alright. And oops. Nope. And there we go. And oops. There we go. And yeah. Oops. And I'm going to add quite a bit of folds and stuff to the, you know, torso part of the shirt. So that, you know, it looks like she is, you know, like sitting down and leaning forward. And there we go. Wait, no. There we go. And of course I can't forget some of this shading. Just assume there's like a upper light. And the meow poke here is just like, ow, yes. Head squimped. Ow, yes. My favorite thing in the world, the squinch. And let's finish off with this. And there we go. I think that looks pretty decent for now. You know, for my purposes. But I'm going to add some blush. If I can spell it correctly. And I'm going to add it to the tips of the fingers. And a little bit to here. And here. Over here. Hello, Onyx Stardust! I hope you're doing well. I've been doing quite well as myself because I'm finally no longer super duper iron deficient. Happy Pride Month to you as well! Also, thank you for the follow! How are ye? Let me just readjust myself in my seat. So right now, I'm working on a new asset that I forgot to work on as I was in my hiatus. But to be entirely fair, college is just hard. You in for my affiliation? Yeah! The affiliate push is happening. It's Pride Month! That is the most unfortunate typo. But it can be kind of funny. But yeah. So, earlier, I worked... Wait, no. That's not what I was trying to look for. This! You're gonna bury yourself? Oh no! See, you made a huge blunder. Yes, earlier I was working on this. Which is basically just a glorified shitpost for trying to get people to suggest characters for me to write my fanfic with. Joking us viewers? Nope. It's like grabby hands. Like, hand me your blurbos. But anyway. Hey, I'm right now working on this. And yeah. It's kind of like, because I almost have 160 notes on a fanfic I wrote, I wanted to do another part for it, and it's a Marvel Rivals fic, so I'm trying to entice pay some people to, like, try and suggest characters they want me to write, right, for witnessing the horrors that is endometriosis. And speaking of that, my writing blog is over there if you want to look at the stories yourself. Yeah. Right now I'm working on my intermission screen, which I forgot to do for a very long ass time. I'm slightly ashamed that it took me until after my re-debut to work on this, but it is what it is. I appreciate art streamers. You have a soft spot for them. Yeah. And I occasionally do writing streams as well. Like every other week. Because every other Wednesday I have to go to physical therapy. And this is one of those weeks that I have to go to that. So no writing stream for this week. But there will be one next week. And that will be the stream where I work on Marvel Rivals fanfic. Like the sequel to the one I made back during my college-induced hiatus. But yeah. For now, I'm kind of like just working on my little asset thingy here. But yeah. This is like what I'm doing. And now my goal. So what should you call me? Just call me Skelly. Skelly is completely fine with me. Hi, Skelly. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Onyx. But yeah. I'm a Dragon Fairy VTuber and I do a lot of writing and drawing, and eventually I plan on doing some game development. But that's gonna take me a while because I need to kind of like figure out the story I'm writing before I try to start like learning how to do some of the stuff related to making games, like coding and all that. Yeah, like lore. Yeah. Luckily, I have a game I plan on making, and that I have the story for. It's called Patchley's Revenge. Right now, I'm going to try and focus on writing the story before I like try to solidify anything involving the game, like code and all that. But yeah, that's kind of like a long-term goal, though. Ready for me? He appreciates it. But yeah. Game development is kind of like I need to learn a lot of stuff. Because I plan, you know, being a solo dev. And that means I need to learn how to code and stuff. Coding is something I haven't really done since middle school. Back when I took a class on that stuff. But eventually I am going to like try and learn how to code. I already know a bit of HTML. But I'm probably gonna try and learn some JavaScript and CSS and that sort of stuff through the website that I learned HTML from. But yeah, hopefully I will be able to eventually make a somewhat decent, like, prototype for a game. I'll probably, like, try and start off with, you know, visual novels because that is, like, one of the easier kinds of games I can I feel like I can make. Because a lot of it is, you know, visuals and story. And I feel like it's a way for me to kind of like experiment and, you know, test myself with what I can do when it comes to art. Because right now, how I'm, you know, I'm a college student who is, you know, in the middle of a break. So I have quite a bit of time to like learn that stuff, but once my semester comes around, I might not be able to do that stuff. Like, I might not be able to have a lot of time to learn how to code. Because I'll be focused on trying not to fail math. I'll probably need to look up what the best course for me to kind of like take while having a math learning disability he would be. Because that's probably because I need to take a math course in order to transfer to the university I want to finish my major in. But yeah. So, for those who are relatively new, aka you literally just met me like a month or so ago when I started streaming again, I frequently go on hiatus. It's because of college and stuff. Not doing well with math too? Yeah. Like, ironically enough, with most other subjects, I'm pretty good at them. It's just math that I am really bad at. Like, it's my worst subject so far. Like, I'm pretty good at other stuff that, you know, isn't math, like history, English, that sort of stuff. But science is your fave? Yeah. For me, my favorite when I was a kid was history. But, yeah. I'm gonna change this to 75% and opacity. But yeah. My weakest has always been math. Like, I'm able to do some of the simple stuff very, very quickly and efficiently. But when it gets, you know, to like algebra and stuff, I start floundering. And for my math class, I plan on trying to have an in-person class. Because, when I was, because, you know, in my, the pandemic happened when I was in the middle of high school. So, I had to do some of my classes just for like a whole semester in my room on Zoom. And because of that, something I noticed when I was like during the second semester, because my school decided to switch instead of having A and B days, one class would be like 4 of your classes would be in one semester and the other 4 would be in another. So I kind of, and my math class ended up being in the second semester, which was when some of the when some of the students started returning to in person, which included me. And something I noticed was that when I wasn't in person, my ability to do math was like really, really bad. And when I was online, I couldn't really do math that well. But when I was in person, I was able to do it a little better, because I didn't really have many distractions. So yeah. Yeah, relatable. Yeah. So I'm going to try and have my in-person class has to be one of my in-person classes be my math class, because in order to transfer to the university I plan on going to, I need to take both a science and a math class. So yeah. I'm gonna do add glow for this. Hold on. I'll switch it to that. But yeah. But luckily, hey, this should hopefully be next semester is going to be my last semester at my community college. And hopefully after this, I'm going to transfer to a university where hopefully I'll be able to finish my major and graduate by like sometime next year or like early 2027. Like, that's kind of my goal, is to try and graduate within the next 2 years. So that I can eventually become a full-time streamer. Which would be kind of nice. You know, not having to worry about, you know, having to register for classes and having to go on hiatus is every few months for like up to 15 weeks a year. Or like 30 weeks a year, actually. But right now, I'm just going to focus on all of my, some of my art stuff. Of course, when I'm, you know, when I've transferred and am able to, like, do some art classes again, because I haven't really been able to do a lot of art classes over the past year or so, because most of them haven't really been available or what I, you know, wanted them to be. But when I am able to start taking art classes again, I think I'm going to try and do at least one stream a week where I kind of work on my art classes and what I need to do for them. Because it will probably help me, hopefully, with, you know, getting it done. So, yeah. It's kind of like something I want to do. I want to be able to start streaming myself working on my class stuff. Of course, I can't really do some of it. The stuff I could need to do for my, like, other class, some of my classes, because I can't do stuff for. Because they're, one, in person, and two, I can't really share my screen while doing them without doxing myself. Which is not really fun, now is it? I'm gonna erase this. And add glow for that. And yeah. Is, you know, kind of like stuff I need to do. I haven't been able to register for classes yet, but probably like after my stream, I'm going to see if I'm going to check when the fall 2025 classes open up. And hopefully I'll be able to register for a few of my classes. I know one of the ones I need to do is, you know, a health elective, so how I'm doing that. And hopefully when I'm done, I'll be eligible to transfer her to the university I plan on going to. And once I, you know, transfer, I'm going to go all in with all of my art classes, because that's pretty much going to be all I have left to do. And since I have 12 classes remaining, I'm probably going to, like, focus on, like, all of my art-related classes. You know, once I transfer. That is, of course, depending on whether or not my requirements change as I transfer. Which, I actually have my required classes all written down. Which... here are some of the classes I need to do. Not all of them are listed because I don't know what science and math class I'm going to take. I might do like a statistics class. Or whatever is like most friendly for, you know, those with a math disability. And I haven't really been able to meet with my advisor. So I can't really ask them and for what the best math class for me to take would be. So I'll probably like ask my dad or my mom to help me figure out which one would be best for me. So most of them are just 7 of my required classes are in the art section, which are computer graphics 2, creative concepts and copywriting, motion graphics 1 and 2, interactive design 1, which I just need 1 more credit for, or if I recall correctly, video techniques, and the communication arts workshop. And of course I need the math and the science one, the health class, which I'm doing first aid and CPR, and I need to do college composition too. So for my next semester, it's very likely that I'm going to go with a math class, a science class, and my health class, and my English composition class. So that once all of those are out of the way, I can just go all in on my art classes. Unfortunately, I'm probably going to be forced to use Adobe for all of those classes and stuff. But honestly, I just want to get all of that done. I I want to make sure I'm able to, you know, kind of get all that stuff done, learn all I'm able to learn, and then graduate with my major, which I'm gonna try and aim for a bachelor's or at least an associate's degree. I don't plan on possibly like going back to college for a while for like anything. Because, you know, I kind of want the ability to stream without having to think about how long I'll be diminishing my viewership and stuff through my constant hiatuses. I'll probably try to like do some community nights in the Discord every once in a while during my hiatuses. But for now, I just need to kind of focus on getting all my stuff done. Like, being able to finish everything that I need to do. And just that sort of stuff. I do know that one day I will be able to graduate with my degree. It's just that when I'll be able to graduate and, you know, receive my diploma and no longer have to worry about college again, it's probably going to be either sometime next year or in 2027 that I'll be, you know, able to graduate with a degree. I'm not fully sure when I'll be able to get it specifically. Like, I don't know if I'll be graduating during the fall 2026 semester or the spring 2027 semester. That I'm not fully sure on, but I know that is going to be around the time that I'll be graduating from university after I transfer and all that. Of course, I might take an extra semester to like take a class or two and stuff that's not related to my major. Like, probably like some creative writing courses and maybe like a class or two on certain coding languages so that I'm a little more prepared for when I start developing my own games. But for now, I am just not sure what I'll be able to do. But I at the very least have some idea as to what I'll be able to do. Which, honestly, it took my brother 5 years to graduate from college. Well, technically it was only like 4, but I consider it 5. So it might take me 5 or so years to graduate as well. But probably once I'm, done with my semester, there's like, probably like this semester I know I'm going to graduate, I might do some streams where I focus on working on my graduation cap. Which is something I feel like, customizing my graduation cap in a way that kind of feels like me. Which, given that I'll be in college for like 4 years and like nearly 5 years and spend like thousands of dollars there's on just the tuition alone, it's probably a little, I feel like I can justify modifying my graduation cap so that I, feel like I am able to do stuff. Also, my cousin is graduated yesterday from high school, which is just a hill away here from me. But yeah. Eventually I will be like able to be a full-time streamer. Who knows, maybe that's when I'll be able to get to affiliate. When I'm finally done with college. But yeah. Let me just do a bit of an outline. But yeah. I can't wait for the day where I'll be able to work on some of my art assignments and that sort of thing, on stream again. I say again as if I have ever done it, which I don't think I have. But yeah. I can't wait for the day that all of this, going on several month-long hiatuses in order to focus purely on college will be over. And I'll be able to get my major done, graduate with my degree, and just have all the time in the world, again, to streaming. I say again, but my streams have always been like that. Because I literally started streaming, like, I think it's nearly been 3 years, as of now. Like, my first stream was, like, 3 years ago. Like, sometime after I graduated high school. And I directly went to college after that. So, yeah. I'm not fully sure when I'll be able to be a full-time streamer. But I know that when I graduate from college and stuff, I'm going to celebrate with y'all. You know, after the ceremony and stuff, and I get my diploma. But I might take a little break, you know, before my graduation. If I, you know, am streaming during my final semester. Kind of like just to prepare for the reality of finally being free from college. Because I know that some of the people who watched me at the very beginning are no longer here. Because of the hiatuses, they probably forgot about me. But honestly, I'm sure some of them will find me again. And who knows, maybe once I graduate from my college stuff, I'll be able to start streaming at later times of day. And wait. There we go. And yeah. Hopefully in the future I'll be able to pursue streaming full time. Along with being able to, you know, take commissions. Which, while I'm in college, I might like just open 1 or 2 slots of my commissions just for the sake of, you know, busyness. So that I can, you know, keep myself busy, you know, when I have free time. You know, in between assignments and stuff. But once I'm, you know, done with my assignments and I graduate, I'll be switching over to full-time streaming. Of course, I probably need to go check if I'm able to register for classes yet, or if I still need to wait a while. Which I probably do need to wait a little bit in order to, you know, register for classes. But I'm going to try and register for them as soon as I can. Pay my tuition. And just survive until the semester ends and I am able to stream again. And also file the transfer here to the university I plan on transferring to. Hopefully get accepted. And then I'll be able to kind of really start, you know, grinding to get my my class is done. I don't know if I'll take like a 15-week semester with 5 classes. Or like try and stack some of my classes. Is in a way where I can like work on like for like one half I work on certain classes A, B, and C, and then during the second half I work on classes D, E, and F. Like, I'm not sure. Yippee, indeed. I'm getting slowly closer and closer to being a full-time streamer. But it is going to take me a few years before I can get to that point. I'm gonna change the canvas color. There we go. But yeah. Hopefully, when I'm able to kind of graduate with my degree, I'll be able to inform y'all. You know, when that happens. But I'm probably going to, like, when I transfer, I might buy my graduation cap beforehand so that I can kind of figure out what I am going to do with it, like in terms of the design. Because I know it's probably going to take me a while before I find a concept that I like. And, you know, I need to do crafts in order to, you know, kind of like do that. But yeah. Hopefully in the next 2 years I'll be graduating from college. And become eligible to be a full-time streamer. Because I've only ever really been a part-time streamer. And that's because I started streaming a few months before I started college. And I didn't really have a choice of, like, you know, taking a few years away from college and stuff to, like, just do stuff I want to do. I didn't really have that choice. I kind of had to, you know, go to college, like, immediately. But yes, hello, Tectic Bread. I'm just yapping about college and stuff. But my mom told me that I could, like, drop out of college, and I'm just like, no. You and Dad spent thousands of dollars already on this, you know, my education. I'm not letting that money go to waste. Especially since my dad had the VA help pay for some of my tuition. And for a bit. Call it sunk cost fallacy here or whatever, but I'm not going to just stop attending classes and dropping out. Unless I'm, like, genuinely burned out and just can't take it anymore. I'm going to be doing college. Until I either need to drop out for the sake of my own health, or until I get my degree. Whichever comes first. But yeah. That's kind of like what I need to do. Is, you know... First, I need to register for my classes. And, 2, I need to, once I'm done, transfer... Or, like, at least apply to transfer to the university I plan on going to. And, let me, not control. There we go. But yeah. How am I doing? I'm doing quite well. But yeah. Eventually, I should hopefully be able to graduate and get my major, like, get my degree. And once I'm able to do that, I'll be starting to be a full-time streamer. Like, full-time shenanigans. I'm gonna do a little bit of blur. You know, over here. I think I can consider this pretty much done. Yeah, full-time streamer. That probably isn't going to happen for a few more years, though. Like, I need to graduate from the university first. Ugh, my head. I'm gonna take my inhaler before I try and do something else. Yeah. In a few years, I should hopefully be able to... Hopefully, in the next few years, I'll be able to start streaming full-time. Or at the very least, not constantly take hiatuses. Just gotta shake it up. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to be a full-time streamer in the future. And when I say full-time, that basically just means not having to take hiatuses for several months at a time. You think you're overworking yourself? You're actively listening and chatting on 2 Twitch channels, checking, chatting, and responding on 4 different Discord servers, and chatting with a sleepy girlfriend? I think you're just multitasking a lot. But, yeah. So, next thing I wanted to do is multitasking. Nah. I went to work on this next, which is, you know, my reactive that I plan on having. For whenever I'm in someone else's stream. I'm gonna try and finish this. You have ADHD, you multitask as long as you're awake. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not immune to multitasking too. Like, sometimes whenever I'm streaming, I am also playing a mobile game on my phone. Yeah, same. But I haven't really been doing that lately. I've been trying to kind of like focus on just the stream. But yeah. So I'm going to cross out the BRB screen task I have on my to-do list. And I'm going to focus on doing the color at the very least for the arm. I might add the line color, the line for the arm when I'm, you know, doing this. Like once this is somewhat finished. And I'm going to turn that off. And I'm actually going to copy and paste the line art. What is it? Did you tell me about your girlfriend? No, I don't think you have. At least from what I remember. You should have said yes. You're just gonna be rambling. Yeah. Honestly, I don't really mind any rambling that happens. No, on stream. Because I am also a rambler. Actually, I'm going to focus on doing the stuff here first. And there we go. Yeah. Feel free to yap and ramble. Your girlfriend is like the opposite of you. Next to her, you look like a rabid dog walking with a calm goth dog. Oh god. I feel like it's not really, when it comes to certain kind of relationships, it's not really like opposites, but sometimes it's just traits that are complementary. And, you know, that sort of stuff. So... right now I'm kind of like just working on this. I'm going to turn down the opacity of that. But yeah. It's kind of like, you know. What's even more funny is that she's just as unhinged as you are, crazy as you are. We're like two yanders being in love with each other. Oh god. I think I'm going to, do something a little bit with the sketch here. Just like... so... of course, I'm going to try and keep some of the traits from the, like, trying to keep some of the lines from my, like, original, like, the inactive of this, like, when I'm not speaking. But, yeah. Anyways, you know what I'm gonna do? And some of this, of course, is going to be moving up. So, I think I'm gonna move this up. Up a little bit. Of course, certain parts just go all the way up. And some of this goes down. But, yeah. When you first met her, you legit just quacked like a duck, and she just quacked back at you? Yes. You two are truly made for each other. Yeah. What? I don't know. Maybe because they just felt like quacking back? It was so funny. Yeah. So... I might need to do a little bit of, like, changes to this. But I'll probably, like, just yoink the line art from the shirt and stuff. Like the front bangs. For that. And just plop them here. But anyway... So... There we go. But yeah. So I'm going to work on some of this. I might finish this on like Thursday, hopefully. But that's not a full guarantee. But yeah. Yoshi! But yeah. This is... So I'll be ending stream in roughly half an hour. In the meantime, I'll be working on this. And yeah. Oopsies. So... I'm getting kind of hungry right now, so... When I end stream, I'll probably like make myself something to eat. What to do? There we go. And there we go. Yeah, I definitely need to make myself something to eat. Right after this. And let me check that one screenshot I have. Here we go. So that looks wonky. But yeah. Now hungry. I might probably after stream I might make myself some toast. Hold on. There we go. Actually, hold on. Let's move that. There we go. And move that. You're the youngest person. The youngest person ever was probably born right now. Indeed. We were all at some point the youngest person in the world. Nope, they were born right now. Yeah. But anyway. So there we go. The oldest person ever probably lived more than an hour. It's impressive. Yeah, it is very impressive. And there we go. Here we go. And I'm going to save this for now. Right now, I'm going to start, doing some erasing for the face here. Because I'm going to kind of use this as a way to like figure out how to do some of the other lines in this, drawing. But first I have to remove the face. And some of the stuff that are connected to it. And yeah. Now I'm going to start doing a bit of stuff. And I'm going to start by moving this up. Actually, let me include this too. So just to be safe. That moves up. And this stuff over here. Will also move upwards. Probably like here. And like this goes up. And this goes up as well. Of course, there's some stuff over here and there that I need to kind of like modify and stuff. I think this looks good. At least for my current purposes. But let's turn that off. Add a new layer. Actually, hold on. And here we go. And that goes down. And, yeah. And there we go. And yeah. This is, you know, I'm going to do all of this, and then I'm going to end stream. So that I can make myself something to eat. Because I need to put some food in my belly. And yeah. And all right. And erase. And then here we go. And There we go. All right. And that is the hair, at least most of it. I'm gonna do a little bit of the like line art on the shirt and stuff. But once I'm finished with this, I'm going to end stream. And make myself something to eat. Because I need foobs. Sustenance. Before I try and finish the sleeves, I'm probably going to make a little sketch of what the arms are going to look like. But anyway. So... yeah. And I'm gonna do this last thing. Yeah. My stomach is rumbling. And yeah. This is the line for the hair. But yeah. This is currently what the line art looks like. I'm probably going to continue working on this later tonight. After my stream. But I kind of need to make myself something to eat beforehand. So tomorrow is going to be Tales of Berzia. And yeah. So, as a recall, this is what the inactive is supposed to look like. I'm probably going to add some pupils and highlighting into this soon. And this is currently what the active looks like. But yeah. I'll be here tomorrow with Tales of Berseria. For now, I just need to make myself something to eat, you know, and stream, do all that stuff. But yeah, I'll be here tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time because, of course, it's still daylight savings. I have no idea why we still do daylight savings. It just makes everything go to shit. And the cats don't even understand the concept of daylight savings. But, yeah. That is going to be it from me for today. I'll be here tomorrow. No stream on Wednesday. Art stream on Thursday, which I'll hopefully be finishing this reactive by then. And Friday is going to be more Tales of Berseria. But I'll be seeing y'all tomorrow. Bye, y'all!